great welcome to Kudos Latte with my adorable, vivacious, and a very personality from United States. And if you want to know who will be the guest today or who is the great guest today with me on the Latte podcast, then you have to watch his video. Here is my great guest, Mark Collins from United States. Welcome to our podcast. And it's been a great privilege and honor for me to host you today.
Thanks so much, Dr. Supriya. I'm excited to be here.
Well, Mark, we all are so excited to know about your journey and about the great things which you're doing. You're a great coach. But let's start with your very inspiring life journey, which will transform millions today. So I pass the ball in your court. Kindly go and enlighten the world. What is your life journey?
I appreciate you asking. Thanks so much. My life journey started with having my father was in the military. And so for us in the United States, that meant that we traveled a bit. So by the time I was 12 years old, I had lived in 5 states within the United States and 1 foreign country, which was Germany. And just to answer the question, I'm sure everybody is wondering, how was Germany? I don't really know because I was there when I was 3 till 4 years old and then came back to the United States. So the early part of my life where there was a lot of travel, doctor, and a lot of that gave me the opportunity to experience new cultures, new traditions, new areas, and new people. And those were super exciting. The challenge in it is, of course, that also means that you're leaving relationships behind in each of those locations. So grew up a little bit of an introverted person, not really outspoken or speaking, confidently with my life, and then grew up, and came to California in the United States to find my own way, make my own path. And, for me, doctor, that a lot of that was in wanting to have my own business. From the very first time I had my very first opportunity to work for somebody, I knew that I didn't want to, not that it was a bad thing, but my desire was always to work for myself, to have my own impact, to create something on my own, to be able to live out and show people, some advantage, some benefit, something that they can use in their lives. So grew up doing that, business development, got a college degree. I got my second degree black belt. I had these kind of marquee moments, found a woman that I fell in love with named Susan in California. And we've been married 33 years. And through the course of events, had some passion to really see my life transformed and see myself become the person that I believed I could be. I just wasn't seeing lived out. And that's where, maybe some of the things we'll talk about, where I created my Life Mastery course, my book, Life Mastery, Living Life by Design, Not by Default, which led me to wanting to share it with others and brought me into the business coaching, life coaching realm, which is where I'm at today.
Wow, this is a great life journey with a lot of laurels, with a lot of happiness, ups and downs. Mark,
Yeah.
I really appreciate the work which you are doing and the fabulous life which you are leading. But
Thank you.
I am sure, I am 200% sure the person whom I'm hosting today would have faced a lot of hurdles, some calls challenges, and some calls problems. So in your life, Mark, I would love to know, along with my global audience who are watching us live or who would be watching this video later on, what kind of life in your life you had faced a tedious challenge, which will really shook you. And you thought of, let's give up. So let's enlighten the world with your challenges. And the most beautiful thing, I would love to know, how did you overcome those challenges? So it will add beauty to my question and it will give a lot of inspiration to my audience.
Well, thank you for asking, Dr. Supriya. And for sure, as I tell people that I work with, everybody has challenges in their life. And I certainly had some of my own. That father that I grew up with, maybe some folks can relate to this, that my dad was a very strong, very stoic, person. He was a great provider. He just wasn't necessarily emotionally available for a young son growing up. And so I always felt like not only didn't I connect with him, but I also didn't really feel like I measured up to him, who he portrayed as what a man should be. I really wasn't feeling like I could measure up to. So all of those things that you and I talked about, whether it was business development, college education, athletic endeavor to get my black belt, and all of the things that I did was really a chance and an opportunity to prove who I am for the people I work with. And for sure, it started with my own life. My course, Life Mastery, and the book Life Mastery, Living Life by Design, wasn't a great tool that I thought that other people needed. It was a journey that I walked in first. The challenges that I needed to overcome in my life weren't, certainly there's hard work, and anybody who tries to start a business, have a job, anything like that, takes lots of work, lots of diligence, the ups and downs, the hills and valleys of the business development. But for me, the bigger challenge was the belief system, in being able to believe that I'm a person that's worthy and capable. For me, those things looked like fear of failure, always feeling like maybe this is what wasn't going to work out. When the money dipped in and I didn't have the income to pay bills and employees, you have those challenges that come up. And in life, sometimes you blame yourself and believe that, well, this is an indication that I'm not meant for that. I'm not good enough. I'm not supposed to have those things. I should just settle for the life I have. So for me, as we talked about earlier, there was this something inside that was telling me that I was worth more than what I was living. I had a greater life than what I was seeing. And to try and figure out how to do that, I walked in a path of, personal development and some of those opportunities. And for me, they brought change through habit. They didn't bring transformation, which meant that I had to continue to work to maintain my belief, my understanding, my confidence in the things that I needed to succeed, whether it was in business or academics. What I found was, in being able to start to unpack and uncover transformational tools in my own life, I started to see that man I was created to be show up, not just confident and assured, but unwilling to compromise and settle for anything less. And so for me, the challenge was, fear of failure and imposter syndrome, those voices in your head. Maybe, doctor, like some people who are listening to this have as well, where when something is challenging or when a struggle's happening or when I really am trying to reach out for that big dream in my life, there's something that says that you can't do that. There's no way. It's meant for other people. It's not meant for you. I know that in my own life, that was a lie that I chose not to believe. And in creating, a transformational strategies to be able to overcome that, really unpacking what I call identity. For me, the foundation of all we do starts with identity. Who are you created to be? And as I tell the people I work with, how can we unleash that hero in hiding so that that person comes out and you live the life that you're created for?
Wow, this is great, great, Mark. The way you handled your challenges, just like playing a chess or something like that, because a challenge is not a challenge which won't challenge you. And of course,
Yeah,
when you are challenging yourself, you are taking challenges are just tools to sharpen your personality, to make you more courageous, and to give you a lot of positive vibes, a lot of
absolutely.
trainings in order to fight with the world, in order to fight with your dreams, and of course for your emotions and making yourself a great identity. That's what, Mark, you have made today. I'm so happy the way you took those challenges in
Yeah.
in stages, business development, life mastery book, which you told. So it was really fabulous, and I'm sure people are really, really, really getting a lot of inspiration if they are facing or they had faced such challenges in their life. So
Yeah.
hats off to you, Mark. I really appreciate your all vigor, your all strength, and most important, I love about your potentiality is never ever give up on your dreams. So
Absolutely.
that's awesome. Really good. Well,
Absolutely.
moving to the lovely journey with Mark Collins on Latte Podcast, I would love to ask Mark, this section is dedicated to your coaching, your life mastery book, and the work which you do. So kindly enlighten the world about your coachings, how people can connect with you and how they can leverage from your great coachings and what kind of coachings you provide.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, where you can connect, I try and be a one-stop shop, I say, which is my website, freedom-4-life.net, freedom-4-life.net. All of the materials that I have a course out there called Life Mastery. We've talked about that as well. And my book, Life Mastery, Living Life by Design, Not by Default. You can get that book on Amazon, but I brought it out in an ebook version that you can get on my website, which I really love because first and foremost, it's inexpensive to get it, and secondly, you can get it anywhere on your phone, on your iPad, on your your computer or wherever that you're at. And so what I try and do with that is really illustrate the tools of life mastery so that you can read it today, you can implement it this week, and you can have transformation this month. And so for us, what is that transformation that I'm hoping to provide for people? Well, it really is starting to, as I said, uncover that hero in hiding, the person that you're created to be. Because many times, well, what I tell people is this, Dr. Supriya, it's you're either living from who you're created to be or what your life has told you. Your challenges, your issues, your struggles. The challenge with going through challenges, as we had talked about earlier, is that many times we believe that they tell us who we are. So we feel like we're not able or we're not capable, we're not meant for better or greater or those things. And so we unpack some of that in the course and in the book. And it starts with identity. Who are you apart from your things? You're not your title, you're not your role, you're not your position, you're not your possessions. You're not even your income. You're a person apart from those things. You have value even without those things. And so we unpack that and also give some transformational strategies. So those thoughts that we talked about, those negative mindsets, those struggles in believing in yourself, we give tangible tools in the book and in the course as well for you to be able to live that out, because I really want to give people tools to live out. What I tell them is this: I couldn't find a transformational program. And so I created one because that's what I needed to become the person I was created to be. And so I want to give other people that same blueprint so that they can not just have the great ideas that I can do something amazing in my life, but actual have tools and strategies to live it out.
This is really awesome, marvelous. And yes, my global audience, if you really want to transform yourself into the best and very positive personality, connect with Mark and he will guide you the bestest and bestest, can give the bestest guidance. And his book, Life Mastery, you can find on Amazon and you can purchase, and you can make your life very great, very successful, and you can know about your life too. So, yes, for the coachings, really connect with him, know what sort of coachings he's providing, he's delivering, he's rendering, and make your life meaningful, successful, and a very, very, the great word is transformed one. Transformational mastery is the key to life mastery. I must say, Mark, you are doing really a fabulous job, and I will promote, I will say only one thing to the world: go and connect, go and read the Life Mastery, which is going to change your life, is going to transform your life, and which can make your life the bestest one. So, this is all about Mark's work, what he's doing, and what he is into. So connect, 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 and make your life better, transform, and the best one. Thank you so much, Mark, for enlightening the world with your great deeds. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's been my pleasure. What a great conversation with you.
Yeah. Well, moving to the Latte podcast with Mark Collins, and it is going amazingly fantastic. Now, I would love to ask Mark the first and a very great question from you. What's your opinion about Kudos podcast? You can say anything about our founder, CEO, Matt Allen, or anything which comes straight from your heart.
Well, I think the first thing that I love about the podcast is the community that you're building with people throughout the globe. One of the things I do on my YouTube channel is I try and provide resources and inspiration for my community. And so what I love about your podcast as well is there's inspiration there, and there's the ability to be able to connect with other people throughout the world. And obviously the energy that you bring and the excitement for not just the subject material, but just life in general. I think many times you can kind of feel, sometimes you get tired, sometimes your energy wanes, sometimes you're not as excited, but being able to connect with somebody like yourself in a podcast like this, where I can learn, I can grow, I can develop, I can receive hope, and I can have energy and excitement in my life it's like having a latte. It's having a coffee in your life to give you that immediate boost. So love the work that you're doing and the global community that you're doing it with.
Yeah, that's really wonderful, and thank you so much for such lovely golden words. It's really, really elated us, and our team is very grateful to you. Thank you, Mark, for these things. Thanks so much.
Absolutely,
Well,
my pleasure.
this question, which I'm going to put in front of you, Mark, Really, your every answer is giving 100%. There is no doubt in that. Full of energy, full of inspiration. But still, we want a special message from your side for our global audience. So kindly give and render and spread positivity for our global audience. Your great message.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. Well, I talked about my own life and the journey I've had, and we've all had a journey. We all have challenges in our life, and we all have a past. And so my journey was trying to figure out how to have that person I was created to be come out, the person that I believed I could be, and the life that I believed I could have. And so I tried many things, as we've talked about, multitudes of things to create the transformation. But all I found was change in habits that I was having to continue to do. And so I created a transformational course. But the one thing I did that I did correctly throughout all of it was I refused to give up on myself. I refused to not believe that I could have that life that I was created for. I could be the person I was created to be. And so my thing for every person who's listening, watching, being a part of this today, and maybe down the road they were hearing this as well, is there's one thing that you need. I believe that, with Life Mastery, we have a transformational course that can change your life forever, that can bring transformation and really bring out that hero in hiding. But the one ingredient we don't have is the one that you need to provide, and it's that unwillingness to give up on yourself, that unwillingness to say no to the life that you're created for. That what I say with the people that I work with is it's being willing to bet on yourself one more time, to say, I will find the answer, whatever you've tried, whatever you've done, whatever the limitations you've believed that you've been walking in, to be able to say, I'm not going to give up on me until I find the solution, the transformational materials, the strategies for me to actually become the person I'm created to be. I believe everybody has that on the inside, that belief that there's more than where I'm at. But many times we give up before we find it because the last thing didn't work and the thing before that didn't work. My encouragement and admonishment and excitement for your life is this: if you don't give up on yourself, if you bet on yourself one more time, if you refuse to stop, I guarantee you'll find those transformational strategies that will bring the life that you're created for. It just takes one ingredient: you being willing to continue in the journey until you find it.
Wow, this is called a powerful message which everybody needs today. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much from the bottom part of my heart for giving such a powerful message that never ever give up on your dreams. We saw a great transformational life journey. You can see from the Mark challenges, you had seen how he came out of that and he made himself a very, very strong, positive person. So, the world, you got the very best message from him. Kindly follow this and say only one thing: I'm not going to give up on myself. So, thank you so much for this wonderful, amazing, and eye opening podcast with Mark Collins. And really, people would love to connect with you and people would love to transform their life. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Dr. Supriya. It's been a wonderful conversation.
Oh, same here, same here. And thank you so much, my global audience, for always loving us, cheering us, inspiring us, and motivating us. Keep doing that. Till then, stay happy, hale and hearty. Bye bye for now.